going to explore one idea in several ways. It's called the royal rulers. Very curious idea. It's contained in just one paragraph in Plato's Republic. Let me see if I can give you the problem that presents itself and how this idea of the royal rulers fits into it. I drew this very beautiful sketch here, which shows someone contemplating. Now, when someone is contemplating in what can be regarded as the highest visionary state, it is said to be a transforming experience of divine luminosity. Plato says to reach this takes great toil. And my steps here are designed to lead to that state. Now, two things are possible. One can gain that state of mind, because it is mind that's being experienced. And it can be episodic. It can occur quite spontaneously without any training. That happened with Burke, who wrote The Cosmic Consciousness. Or it can happen to a different number of people. So this can occur once, twice, right, 3 times. But then, through a certain kind of discipline, one can enter into it again and again. And therefore, to that degree, one has learned how to enter into it by subtly responding to the highest kind of cues within oneself. So we have the occasional experiences, and then someone who can get into it again and again. And then the third possibility is one can get into it and stay, remain for longer and longer periods. Now, those that can gain access to this state and therefore can learn to participate in it more freely don't want to get out. They want to stay there. That's their first reaction. Stay. Remain. And they have no interest in leaving that state. And as a consequence from that kind of exalted state, they have a kind of, they look down at the rest of us with a certain kind of pity at our miserable state. Now, what is it that brings about that highest vision? It's a training of what Plato calls the pilot of the soul. Hindus call it the third eye. It's training the inner mind, sometimes called nous. Now, everyone has it. Everyone has that capacity. And what happens is that it's normally we focus this mind of ours on the everyday world. And the whole art of Plato is not to put vision in the mind, it already is there. It's simply to direct it, to turn it away from this, what he calls our everyday world of becoming, sometimes called the world of appearances, and simply refocus it on itself. That's called the intelligible. That's called the intelligible. Because we are not different from reality. It's turning away from the realm of becoming and appearances to the realm of being, and that's the inner mind. Another word for this experience is being itself. And it's experienced as the most brilliant light of being. Now, to turn from this to that takes a kind of special way of detaching. See, it's a detaching from this and focusing here. It's detaching from here. Right. Right. And it reverses, you see. It reverses. It returns. In Korean and Chinese Buddhism, this is sometimes called starving. Starving one's interest in the everyday world. Now, what's most interesting, you see, is that when this occurs, this is a fantastic experience of beauty itself. This is a magnificent vision of pure beauty. Right? Experienced personally as bliss. And the whole object of Plato's Republic is to say, don't stay